for the very latest news from Thailand. This is the fabulous Pattaya Media Group. If you could like and subscribe, well, that would be amazing. Thank you so much.
Yesterday brought heartbreaking news for the family of a young British backpacker seriously injured in Pattaya. The family of 20-year-old Ethan Lacey from Birmingham have announced what they described as the devastating decision to end his life support treatment following catastrophic injuries suffered in a road accident on May 17th. Ethan had travelled to Thailand for what was meant to be a 2-month holiday. He suffered multiple severe brain injuries after falling from a moving pickup truck. Family members later revealed that his travel insurance had expired shortly before the accident, prompting fundraising efforts to help cover his treatment costs. Doctors reportedly advised that even if he survived, he would likely remain bedridden and unable to communicate. His father says witnesses claimed Ethan had been thrown from the truck during an argument before falling beneath the rear wheels. The driver allegedly fled the scene without stopping. Police inquiries continue. No agreement has been reached during the latest round of talks between Thailand and Cambodia, according to Thailand's foreign minister. Officials say both sides remain unable to agree on a future framework for negotiations. The minister also stated that Cambodia may have misunderstood Thailand's decision to scrap an earlier memorandum of understanding, interpreting it as an attempt to avoid negotiations altogether. Bangkok insists that talks remain possible, but says technical-level discussions are needed first before any broader framework can move forward. A Thai man and a Malaysian couple are facing charges after allegedly operating an illegal movie and television streaming service here in Thailand. And rather than staying discreet, investigators say the group openly advertised the service online and even through major shopping platforms, including Lazada. The case centres on a 33-year-old Thai suspect whose Chiang Mai property was searched earlier this week. Authorities say the investigation formed part of a major international anti-piracy operation involving Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, South Korea, the United States, and Interpol. The service allegedly offered access through Android boxes and apps. While some content was legitimate, complaints from copyright holders centered on pirated movies, premium sports broadcasts, and subscription television services. Police in the far south are meanwhile awaiting DNA results after a deadly attack targeting an off-duty police officer and his family. The officer survived with injuries, but his wife, who had only recently given birth to their second child, lost her life in the shooting. The couple had reportedly been on their way to collect their older child from school. Investigators believe the attackers deliberately chose a crowded community route near the school to aid escape and reduce the chance of retaliation. CCTV footage reportedly shows 4 suspects dressed similarly to Muslim women arriving on 2 motorcycles before opening fire on the family vehicle. Police are now examining bullet casings and DNA evidence recovered from the scene. Good news, meanwhile, from neighbouring Laos, where Thai rescue specialists working deep inside a flooded cave system have located 5 of the 7 villagers trapped underground. All 5 were found alive. Rescuers say they appear exhausted and hungry after days trapped inside the cave network, but otherwise in reasonable condition. Efforts are now focused on safely extracting them while continuing the search for the remaining 2 missing villagers. Thailand's Department of Disaster Prevention and Mitigation has issued warnings covering 71 provinces, including Bangkok, for heavy rain, flash floods, landslides, and dangerous coastal conditions through next week. Strong southwest monsoon conditions are expected to bring rough seas, high waves, and strong undercurrents in coastal areas, while inland regions remain at risk of sudden flooding and unstable hillsides. Authorities are advising residents in vulnerable areas to remain alert and monitor weather warnings closely. And in Pattaya, a 22-year-old woman has given a statement to police after allegedly being viciously assaulted by a female loan shark and members of her gang over unpaid debt repayments. The woman arrived at police visibly injured, with swelling, bruising, and injuries across her face and body. She claims she had originally borrowed 4,000 baht, but spiraling daily interest payments of around 570 baht quickly became impossible to manage. According to her statement, the lenders repeatedly renewed the debt as a so-called favor, pushing the repayments even higher. The victim says she eventually borrowed money from friends and offered 10,000 baht as a final settlement. But despite receiving the cash, the lender allegedly attacked her anyway, dragging her by the hair, slamming her to the floor, while others watched and cheered. Police say the gang also allegedly filmed the assault and shared clips online while daring the victim to report them. And finally, reassuring news for anyone living near the Rong Po gas depot who thought disaster had struck yesterday. That huge emergency response involving fire crews, alarms and containment procedures was only a drill. PTT says the exercise simulated a major LPG leak and that all emergency systems worked exactly as planned, with nearby communities also included in the warning exercise. And with Megan taking over from 6 tonight with the fabulous What's On guide for Pattaya and beyond, the weather outlook? 3 days of scattered storms mixed with sunshine and plenty of heat. Highs around 33, lows near 28, and humidity levels climbing towards 80% at times.
Local and national news today from Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or program, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below.